Casemiro was a big part of what he did last season, was very successful. Do you feel like the void he's left behind will be filled by the new recruits with potentially a third midfield signing as well?
I think all players have come and gone through history here, and you've got to evolve. You've got to find ways of moving forward. You've got to find ways of winning, essentially. And I think I know we've got a good midfield. You know, we've brought in some really top players and really good characters, which I think is important. And we got to evolve. You know, we got to evolve and we got to improve.
Do you feel that third midfield signing is necessary before the end of the window?
As I said before, we're trying to improve. We're trying to improve the squad all the time. You know, we're working towards that. I think largely we got a really good balance within the group. As it stands now, we've got some very good, not top midfielders, you know, to choose from. So I think we've improved that. As I said, since the start of the window till the end, and we'll see what happens. You know, as I said, we want to finish stronger as the window closes, and we're working towards that.
Chris.
Hi Michael. When you came here in January, you had a very clear target about what you were hoping to try to do, and you got top 4. This season, as you mentioned before, is going to be very different to what you encountered last season. What does progress and success look like to you this season in terms of what you discussed with the board here and the people in charge?
We want to evolve as a team. You know, I think we've got a lot of younger players in the group that we want to help them move forward individually. If collectively will move us in a good direction. So I think that the experiences that they've had, the habit and getting used to feeling what it's like to win a number of games, I think is huge. Is huge for players at this club to feel it and know what it takes first of all, and what you've got to put into it to get out the other end. And yeah, of course, you know, let's see what we can achieve. You know, yeah, we want to be finishing in the Champions League again, without doubt. You know, that's it's a challenge. It's a big challenge. You know, there's a lot of teams fighting for that position, and we managed to do that last season. And we've got to aim to do the same, and then keep pushing on. You know, through the season to see how it develops. And we want to start strong. We want to get through the winter months, and we want to be strong. We want to finish strong. So. It's putting it all together and then see where we end up. But we're going into it with a lot of encouragement this season.
Jamie.
Hi Michael. As a sort of former very good midfielder and now the manager here, do you still view midfield as the most important area of a football team? I mean, you know, I know you might say all positions are vital, but just in terms of, I don't know, winning games, you know, how do you view midfield now as a sort of?
I think it's important. You know, you could argue both ends of the pitch are if not more important, but the midfield connects the whole team together and has a big say on how the team performs without the ball, and the character and the personality of the team. So I think there's all components, like you've said. You've almost given the answer anyway when you asked, but both ends of the pitch is where games are won and lost. So that's huge as well, obviously.
Can anything be won without a very good midfield? As in a competition,
I think it gives you the foundation of the team. You know, I think the foundation of the team's important to be consistent, or to be consistent through one game from start to finish, to be consistent over a period of time. I think you need a solid foundation through the middle of the team, and try and putting it together and getting that balance. But certainly, I think if you look at all the top teams over the years, all the great teams over the years, the spine of a team's really strong, you know, and so we're conscious of that, and I think we've got a good spine of the team right now, and we can keep improving as we go in different ways, and coaching and helping the boys and developing them. Then I think we're in a good place.
Paul and then Samuel.
Michael, just on Marcus, he was one of the later ones to come back. Is he like near full fitness, and what kind of season can he have if he is on fire and he is kind of fully focused?
Yeah, he's come back really well, very well. You know, I think the way it is now, and not having so much time off really, and kind of looking at 3 weeks, maybe just under 3 weeks, give or take. Boys don't lose an awful lot in that time. There's certainly the case of managing it, coming back in though, and being sensible, knowing there's a whole season for all the players to deal with. So. In terms of team this week, going into next week as well, of getting that balance right with all the group. But Marcus is he's came back particularly particularly bright, particularly sharp, as I've said, and looks really good.
Hi Michael, I know there haven't been too many sales this summer, nobody was expecting a fire sale as such, but have any players expressed a wish to leave ahead of the deadline?
No.
So would you expect all these players to be here for at least until January?
Yeah, listen, I don't know what's going to come at us. You know, I don't know what's going to come at us from other. We can control what we can control. I'm really happy with the squad we've got so far, and if not, we want to improve it.
And just take me back to your first pre-season as a coach, 2018. It was quite an eventful tour. There was a lot going on. Did you take any lessons learned from that? Because it feels like this pre-season tour, World Cup year as well, it feels like there's been a lot of stability. There's been a lot of good preparation, a lot of calm, even though you've not had a lot of players available. Yeah,
I've been really happy with the structure. It would have been nice to have more players back early, but at the same time, it was nice to see some of the boys go far in the World Cup as well. But yeah, certainly as a structure and as a flow, and how the boys have come back, how they've trained, what this group looks like, I think we can be happy with a lot of that. We all know pre-season is one thing, and once the start of the season gets going, it's a whole different story, you know. So I think it just gives you the chance the foundation to be able to move, and we've got to take big steps as the season goes to move forward.
Laurie. Hi Michael. Bruno Fernandes has been the subject of major interest this summer, as he was last summer. Feels like there's contract talks ongoing. What's your view on his future at this club generally, and then also as a player? I think he turns 32 not too much in the distant future, but he plays all the time. Will he be rotated, do you think, this season? So what's your view on him as a player at this club?
I've said quite a lot about Bruno. You know, he's been a big part of the team and the club over recent times, and had a huge impact. So he'll continue to do that. In terms of the games and how it comes, hopefully he stays fit and he's in good shape. But yeah, there's the element of talking about the squad and the depth, and as we go through the season and the waves and the momentum, and keeping the boys in good form but keeping them fresh as well. So, and Bruno's part of that. You know, he's a big player for us. He's obviously our captain, but there's still elements where we need to look after him.
Okay, last question for Rich.
Hi Michael. You talked a bit about some of the midfielders that you've had. There have been a lot of midfielders who've moved around this summer, some for 100 million, and just wondering partly what you make of the rise in price in general of midfielders, but also when you see the prices you've paid for Tielemans and Santos, do you feel that you've maybe got players a bit cheaper compared to some of the others who've gone?
Well, there's certainly players that have gone for and been more expensive. I think that's pretty obvious. We're delighted with the two that we've brought in, I think, and for the money, of course, but actually take that away, I'm delighted that we've got them. Two fantastic players, give us really good balance, give us a lot within the team, offer us different things. So, but certainly, yeah, for the value that we feel we've got, I think we've done very well with them too, especially.